going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Down the Weeb Roll.
Are you ready for your Hunter exam?
Yeah, we're doing Hunter x Hunter today. This is
2011.
2011, yes, to be specified, absolutely. This is a series that was actually recommended to me by one of my good friends, Iron Flash Gaming, Anthony Zazzo. He told me to watch it.
My anime list told me.
Yeah,
Super Eye Patch Wolf.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there. It's a very beloved series, and we now understand why.
Because it's great.
It does turn a lot of shonen tropes on their heads.
Yeah.
Especially with the very first sign of that was the result.
First. There will be spoilers. A lot of them probably.
Yeah, let's do that. If you guys haven't watched Hunter x Hunter yet, definitely go and watch it.
It's a quick watch.
Yeah,
only 148 episodes.
That's it. Yeah, it's not like you won't spend a month on that, but one of the first signs of the fact that it was not like other shonen to me was the result of the Hunter exams.
Yep. That was the first...
Yeah, I was like...
No, just the tournament itself.
Yeah.
Was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, and then like everybody passes except for one of the main characters. Like, that was a little bit strange to me, and then like everything following that. Similar to... I want to say similar to Fairy Tail for me.
How?
In the way that the arcs are structured and how memorable they are.
There's not many.
There aren't too many.
5.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, I believe it's 6. That's not bad for the number of episodes that there are, considering how long one of the arcs is.
Which is like half.
Half of the whole series, exactly. That's not too bad. Yeah. So we have the Hunter exams. We have little Killua's mini arc. The Zoldyck family. We have Heaven's Arena.
Yeah.
Then we have Phantom Troop. Greed Island, and then it's Chimera Ant.
And then it's...
Yeah, and then the election arc.
Okay, so 7.
So 7. So we, it's very memorable for me, the order and what exactly is in each arc. It's very, very clear in my mind, and it's not just because I've watched it recently, it's just because it's really well indicated as to what each arc is about.
Yeah.
Rather than being very vague. Like a lot of series are, a lot of long-standing series are. You could argue that things like Naruto, Bleach, and whatnot have
every single arc is like different.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. It's a very, very different.
I was watching a video about Hunter x Hunter, and the guy was talking about how we go from like a light arc to a darker arc.
Yeah,
and that keeps happening throughout the series.
Oh, like consistently?
Yeah, like the Hunter exam's pretty light, and then the Zoldyck arc's pretty dark, and then Heaven's Arena's pretty light, and then Phantom Troop's dark as hell.
And then Greed Island plus Chimera arc. And so, in theory, the next arc should be dark.
Yes.
Because we just had the election arc, which was pretty light.
I think it's a small thing. It's with Kurapika, I think the next arc's with.
And I think it's involving the eyes.
Okay.
Because in the final scene, the outro scene of the final episode, he's staring at the eyes. They're all in jars on the wall. So, and he's got multiples of them, which was
all of them.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Probably not all of them because he was probably a pretty big tribe.
Dude, I missed the series.
Yeah, same already. Talking about other things that aren't like other shonen, the main character is not OP.
No, he's very weak at the beginning.
He's extremely weak. He gradually grows stronger, but not as quickly as you'd expect.
Yeah.
As another anime, again, working it back to Naruto. Naruto, yes, he starts off weak, but he progresses really quickly. Luffy starts off OP as fuck.
Yeah,
and beats everybody.
Natsu super strong.
Natsu, exactly. All of these shonen.
Goku.
Exactly, all of these shonen where the main character either really adapts quickly or is just OP from the start.
Kirito.
Yeah, screw Kirito. Gon is not like that at all. He's extremely weak.
Yeah.
You see that first sense of being overpowered when Hisoka tells him, "You can give me back my card when you can punch me in the face."
Which happens so fast.
Yeah.
You still see Gon's getting stronger real quick.
Yeah.
At the same time,
but he still leaps and bounds. Yeah, had he taken on Meruem, Had he been the one to take on... Yeah, it was over.
Unless and, like, it was his form.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He took on Pitou, and he beat her in that form. But I think he would have lost to Meruem in that form, regardless, because the chairman lost. So,
they did.
Yeah. Well, he technically drew, but thanks to Shia and, Poof and whatever the hell the other one's name is, Youpi. Poof and Youpi. I
love Youpi.
Yeah, Youpi's cool. Yeah, thanks to them he came back. But that's another thing is that it's very rare that Gon is the victor in an arc.
Yeah, only like once. Like Greed Island.
I believe it was only Greed Island, exactly, and that was a team effort.
I love that fight so much.
Yeah. Wait, the one where he like breaks everything on his body?
Yeah, it's
the final.
Insane.
Yeah, it's sick. That's speaking of Greed Island. I'm gonna shove my theory in here right now.
Like 2 months to hear this.
Not 2 months. It's been like a month.
It feels like forever.
Yeah. Basically, I told Jake about a month ago that I had a theory right after I finished watching Hunter x Hunter that I had a theory about Greed Island and what it was exactly. So it's not too complicated. I don't have too much detail about it. But basically, the final scene that we have Jing and Gon on the top of the world tree. And they're looking out into the horizon, and Jing is explaining that basically the world map that we see is a fraction of what the world actually is, and that it hasn't been explored.
Yeah, the red line.
Sort of thing. I kind of feel like Jing and his friends knew this for a very long time, and that they created Greed Island sort of to simulate that feeling of being enclosed in a space where there's a lot more of the world on the outside, and it seems like it's just the island, because essentially in everybody's minds it's a game. But we see the Phantom Troop see past that, and
walk to
and they're able to get there through the outside world,
which was nuts.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's kind of like foreshadowing what's about to happen. And the fact that there's a much bigger world, and that they're about to like break out of their cage and their enclosement, and I think that's what Jing's been trying to do this entire time. And that's just kind of, like I said, it's just a theory as to the purpose of creating Greed Island, other than just having fun.
Why would he even go to that trouble of making such a small area? Just to simulate it? That's it?
I'm not 100% sure as to the reasoning behind it, but yeah, mostly as a simulation, just to get the feel of having people entrapped and being convinced, essentially, that they are that their world has a boundary when the boundary is actually false. So that was...
Okay, I don't think he did it. Jing made it like that, but I think the creator wanted to make a correlation between them,
exactly.
I
think so, because like otherwise Greed Island kind of feels like it's literally just there so that Gon has a way to find Jing.
Yeah, it just gets stronger.
Yeah, exactly. And it's, for me, that's not enough. I feel like there needs to be more. And I liked the last scene where there's the explanation that there's a lot more of a world out there that you haven't seen, and that the Chimera ants were a non-native species.
Yes.
That was pretty sick. I was like, okay, well, this just got very, very interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting, because they never explain where they're from, and it's just the Queen all of a sudden. I'm like, the whole arc, I'm like, okay, where did the Queen come from, though?
Yeah, that's it. Like, what happened?
There's a bigger world out there.
Yeah, much bigger.
New world.
Yeah. New world. Yeah, no, that was a pretty big moment for me. I'm really excited to see the rest of the series when it finally gets anime adapted. It's been on hiatus for quite a while. It actually just came back. The manga just came back. Yeah. I made the mistake of reading a few pages, not even chapters, a few pages past where the anime, where the anime leaves off, and that was a mistake. Because there's something mentioned that kind of works back to my theory and works back to what Jing said immediately, and I wasn't expecting it immediately. Okay. And I was like, okay, fuck, let me back off, and I don't want to see any more of this. So we're gonna wait until it actually gets adapted into an anime. One of the only series, I believe, one of the first for me that I watched fully subbed.
Yeah, me too.
Like, one of the very first.
For like a long-running anime, that's like the first. I knew it was all subbed, and dubbed was like at 85 now,
yeah, probably. And normally I would go with the dub and take it slow. Yeah. But Because of what people had told me, that a lot of people really, really like this anime. Even people that aren't into anime, like Hunter x Hunter, the person that I mentioned before, Iron Flash Gaming, Zazo, as well as a couple of other people that I play Pokemon with, who don't watch anime at all, watch this, and they love it. So I was like, okay, I think I need to watch it the full way through. On top of that, I looked up the voice actors in the dub for some of the main characters, and I was like, I don't think I should do this.
I've never heard the dub.
Erica Mendez does Gon, and Christina V does Killua.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Their voices are actually really similar to the sub. I'm not gonna knock them. They do a really good job, but I feel like Killua sounds like a dude. Yeah. Sounds like a young boy, whereas Christina V sounds more like a girl.
Doing it.
Exactly, and even Erica Mendez, because we know their voices.
Yeah, we know their voices.
That's the thing. That's what I wanted to avoid. Yeah. You know, I can't remember who does Leorio or Kurapika, but yeah, those are the two voices that I wanted to avoid. So I ended up watching it subbed. I love it subbed.
Yeah,
sub is incredible. So good.
I think the person who just gone does Akko from Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. They're voiced by the same person, but I didn't watch LWA subbed. I watched it dubbed, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, was there anything else that stood out to you as far as like reverse tropes of? There's another one that stands out to me, but reverse tropes.
Well, his final evolution. It's usually supposed to be celebrated like, yes, he's become super powerful.
Yeah.
And instead you're like, I don't like this.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it wasn't like a true final... It's kind of like Skull Greymon.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Perfect!
Yeah.
Perfect. That's perfect.
It's forced.
It's a forced evolution of just...
Yeah, and it just ends up really, really bad, and he almost dies.
Yeah.
And if
I don't like how it looks either. Like, I found it so silly.
Yeah, and if it's not for Kill's brother/sister, that confusing little bit there.
Yeah, we just saw his, like, melted arm.
Yeah, that's it. Let me just go down to...
oh, that arc. Yeah, that...
What arc?
That character. I forgot their name.
Yeah, me too. Hold on.
That smiley face is like one of the scariest things.
Yeah, Alaka. Alaka is terrifying, but yeah, Alaka's the one that ends up saving Gon. So that was like you see a final evolution, and it's like, no, no, thank you.
His hair is just like flying forever.
Yeah, another one to me was that the York New City, the Phantom Troop arc. One member of the troop dies.
Just one.
One. Just one.
Just one.
Just
no,
one.
Two.
Two? Who's the other one?
The girl with the big nose and the beefy guy.
Yes, you're right. The girl with the big nose. Does she actually die?
Yes.
How? Oh, she ends up killing herself.
Yes.
Because she gives the rest of them the information that they want.
Yes, and then she dies.
Yeah, and then the chain. Yeah. So yeah, 2 troop members die. But the leader ends up without a scratch.
Loses power though, right?
Yeah, but we know that that's not going to be permanent. And ends up going on his merry way. So nothing happens to him. Regular shonen, you would see
big boss. You would see the mini bosses. And then the big boss.
You would see Kurapika slowly pick off one by one by one.
And you want that? I wanted that so bad.
But I'm glad that we didn't get it.
Yeah, because now it continues, and now we get to know the Phantom Troop better.
That, and not just that. It would be too similar to what we're used to.
Exactly.
It was really unexpected, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved Kurapika's fight. That was, for me, I feel like that was the best fight in the series. Because it was the one time where one of the main cast completely overpowers an opponent they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
And you find out that he has Emperor Time.
Yeah.
The ability to use all 6 categories at once.
That was nuts.
I was like, oh fuck. that's something crazy, and I can't wait to see more of Kurapika, because he's going to be a crazy character in the future.
I think my favorite fight's Gon versus Hinoka.
Who? Hisoka? Yeah. Which one?
The one in Heaven's Field. Not Heaven's Field, Heaven's Arena.
Heaven's Arena, yeah.
It just came off of...
I don't like that fight, because it's still Gon getting overpowered.
Yeah, but you also see Gon just trying his hardest.
Yeah, of course. It's very nice,
he's
but
grown so much.
Yeah, but it's like the other it's like the other fights in the series, you know? Hisoka is can we agree that he's the main antagonist? of the show? Because he keeps coming up.
Yeah.
He keeps coming back. He has to be the main. It's either him or Chrollo.
It's hard to say.
He's
an antagonist or not because he's helped out.
Yeah, but it has to be him or Chrollo.
Yeah.
But he is an antagonist ultimately because he wants to fucking kill Gon and kill him. So, and I think Hisoka is probably my favorite character.
He's a friend of me.
Yeah, I think he's my favorite character in the entire series, just because of how ridiculous he is at times.
He's ridiculous
and
sometimes.
how dark he is as well at the same time. And just like everything about him, the fact that he posed as a Phantom Troop member, that he wanted to fight the boss, that just shows his actual level of power, you know, that he's, and we know that Chrollo is going to be some badass, and we saw him take on the Zoldyck family, the older members, and he wasn't even trying. No. So we know that he's going to be incredible, and as a result, we know that Hisoka, who would have stood foot to foot with him, is probably also going to be an insane challenge in the future. Him and Illumi.
Oh, Illumi!
Illumi is a dark horse for the series. He's going to be, I think, Killua's final boss. Yeah, exactly, kind of thing.
Definitely.
So we'll see. The series throws wrenches in all the time.
There's what his dad said. Killua's dad was like, "You're going to come back," like he said.
Yeah, that's another piece of foreshadowing. But I don't think he ever is, to be honest, unless something like really bad happens with Gon.
Yeah.
But something already did.
Yeah.
Gon almost died, and he didn't leave him to die.
Gon lost it.
Yeah, and he wanted to save his friend, so he went all the way back and got Alluka, of all people, to go and save him. Yeah.
So scary, that face.
So, talking more about the Chimera Ant arc.
Okay, we're just gonna get into this?
Yeah. We need to cover it because it's very extensive.
The arc is amazing, but I felt that it started to drag on a little bit.
I think it was paced almost correctly. Like, it was very, very... it didn't fall very short of what would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It's obviously the best arc. We can agree on that. You don't?
Phantom Troop's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Phantom Troop is my favorite as well. However, I think that general consensus is that the Chimera Ant arc is better.
People I talk to, it's either.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, most of the people that I've talked to have said the Chimera Ant arc is their favorite, so I'm gonna lean more toward that. And that was one scary ass arc.
Yeah, it was. It's right away. You're just like, this is not Hunter x Hunter like I knew.
Yeah, that's it. This is terrifying.
Children are being eaten.
That's it. Children are being eaten. Main characters from other arcs die.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forget his name.
Was it Ponko or...
Yeah, something like that. And,
the one with the hat I'm talking about with the bees.
And that was sad.
Yeah.
I forgot about
I was like, okay, cool, she got away, and then no. Just dead.
She gets eaten.
And I liked her. I wanted to see more of her.
Me too. And I was so sad. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then the other guy who was
with her
Hunter exam.
Yeah.
He's just like toying with his brain. You're like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah, that was gross as hell.
It's like the arc makes you feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it really does. It's how you'd feel if you'd be there in that situation in that country, and there are man-eating ants.
Yeah, and the country would not ask for help if no one came to them.
That's it. Yeah.
And I forget his name, but we learned that backstory about that guy who runs the whole society. I'm very interested about him.
Who are you talking about?
Remember have that short story about this guy and he runs the organization in that continent.
Oh right.
And I forget his name. And it's his dad was beating him.
Oh yeah. Hold on. What are you talking about? Yeah. He has an English name too.
But that's something I really want to see more explored because they talk about him for an episode or two. And then
and I thought, you know what I thought? I thought he was Meruem.
Me too.
And it doesn't end up being. No. Well, he could have been.
He could.
We don't know.
Yeah. But
I feel like he was.
I feel like there's more to him
because of the fact that because Meruem's character and everything that he does with the. With whatever her name is with the game.
Yeah.
I sound really uneducated right now, but it's Junji or something. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the game.
Mugi.
Mugi's the name of the girl.
Yeah. I think it's Junji. Yeah.
No, it's something like that. It's close, but it doesn't fit to what we were described with the other character that you're referring to.
Kyo or something like that?
What?
I forget his name.
Yeah, no. Keep talking, I'll find it.
This happens every video.
Yeah, pretty much.
Meruem was a cool character. I really liked him. He's obviously inspired by Cell and Frieza in his design.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have like that evil malice. He like starts with it and then it goes off, which I thought was really cool for like
Gyro.
Gyro.
Got it.
Gyo.
Yeah, you were really close. You were one letter off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gyro. Yeah, we needed more of them. What were you saying just now? Sorry, I cut you off.
Is like based off of Cell and Frieza's design, but he like shares none of their personality. Like he starts at like the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of a baby in a way, but he shows his dominance early on.
Yeah.
Like right as he comes out of the fucking
sorry,
room.
Mom, and pushes her to the side.
It kills her essentially.
Kills the penguin Chimera.
Yeah. And to be honest, he could have ruled the world.
Yeah.
What was the poison that killed him? Whose poison was it?
It was made by humanity. So it wanted, I guess...
It was the bomb.
Yeah.
It was in the bomb, okay.
So the creator probably just wanted to show, like, the human race is just fucking up everything.
Yeah, that's it. And they can kill whatever species they want, realistically.
And you're just, oh man, I never forgot the chairman's face where he's all like ghoulish looking when he like kills himself.
Yeah. And
it's all like black and red and he has like sunken eyes. It's terrifying image.
Yeah, it is. You know, that fight, Meruem and Netero.
Dude, that's a crazy fight.
I watched that before watching the series.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it on YouTube and I was like, what is this?
Another Watch Mojo video?
No. It was just, it's because I get a lot of anime recommendation videos. Yeah. And Zazo had told me about Hunter x Hunter, and I saw that come up in my feed and I was like, let me see what this is about. Mm-hmm. And I watched the scene. I watched the full fight. And I was like, damn, that was a pretty good fight. Mm-hmm. And then I couldn't remember who Netero was because when you meet him at the beginning of the series, he doesn't look the same because he's not dressed the same and he doesn't have the hair in the back. So he didn't look the same. But I knew it was an old man that fought Meruem. Okay. But I didn't know who it was until it actually got to the arc. What?
When did you watch the fight?
I watched it like 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh, wow. I thought it was like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay.
No. It was recent. It was very recent. But yeah, so I saw it way beforehand, but or slightly beforehand, but it's still, it hit me the same way when I actually watched it in the series, because obviously then I had context. So it was better, yeah. So Chimera Ant arc, terrifying. That's my conclusion. It was freaking terrifying.
I remember I told you, I'm like, get ready.
Yeah, it started terrifying.
And then I told you, what was it, like episode 116?
Yeah.
When Gon freaks out against
Pitou?
That was like one of my favorite scenes of the whole show for sure.
When he freaks out?
Yeah, when he sees her and she's like, please don't fight me, like,
that's it.
Protect her, and he just like punches the ground and like,
yeah.
I was like, oh crap, like this anime just got intense.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, I miss it.
Like from his perspective, I wouldn't know what to do either. Like,
yeah, you don't know the girl.
Yeah, I guess, but still a human girl that's
but she also
sitting right there.
To destroy like a real major threat to humanity.
I understand, yeah.
Like, this is not...
But at the same time, do you show sympathy because the person is begging for...
forgiveness.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly, for mercy.
Forgiveness.
Do you show compassion, or do you want to sink to their level? Kind of thing. Level. Like, I don't know, I find it a tough decision. That was a really hard-hitting moment for me as well. And
then you see Killua in the background just watching this.
Yeah.
That was... Oh,
yeah, and he doesn't know what to do either.
Because... He's watching his friend just decline into, like, darkness.
Drop into... Yeah, exactly. One disappointing thing for me was that they didn't carry on killing characters. They killed the 2 young hunters in the countryside. Then they killed Kite, but they didn't kill anybody after that for, like, the next 45 episodes.
Yeah.
Nobody else died. They could have killed Palm. They didn't. They decided to keep her around.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I love her. I love her. But they didn't kill her off. They could have.
Dude, oh my god, Knuckles is my favorite. No, Knuckles is my favorite character. I love him so much.
Yeah,
he's the greatest.
He's sick. I love him.
And I love the other guy too, but I forgot his name.
Yeah. Both of them are sick. And even the smoke dude.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, they're all good.
He's a cheetah.
Yeah, we watched this so recently, and they don't have complicated names, and we can't remember them for the life.
I don't remember any anime names except Sasuke Kiryuin.
Yeah, that's the only one you remember. So we talked about Hisoka as best character. I want to make a claim for Killua as
there, yeah.
as either runner-up or tied for number one. I think Kill almost seems like the main character for me, as opposed to Gon, a lot of the time. Because
they're equal in my eyes.
What?
They're equal in my eyes.
Yeah, in a way. I think that it's just because Kill takes a lot more of the spotlight.
Yeah.
And like when Gon often, like after Killua is taken back by the guys from his family, from that point on, like the darkness in him, sort of thing, kind of like it kind of fades away really quickly. And all that's left is you get a lot of Killua. Like there's a huge focus on Killua. Like whenever Gon's like when he can't use his Nen, for example, because he was struck by what was it? He was struck by something and he couldn't use Nen for 30 days.
It was against like the guy with his tops, I think.
Oh, no. It wasn't in Heaven's Arena.
It was.
No, it was in the Chimera Ant arc.
Oh, really?
It's because he had to wait 30 days before going to save Kite.
Oh, yes. Okay,
yeah, and that's when he meets Knuckle and Palm and everybody. But like while he's unable to use Nen, there's a sudden shift of focus onto Killua when he pulls out the needle, when he runs into Ramot. Like there's every single arc, there's such a huge focus on him, and then Gon is like very short periods of time.
Yeah,
it's like quick jabs of Gon, whereas Killua I feel is more developed as a character, which is why I like him a lot more.
It's also just the beginning of the story as well.
Yeah, so. Even in his Nen ability, like Gon has rock paper scissors, and we've seen.
Dude, I love rock paper scissors.
Yeah,
though. It's the coolest thing.
Yeah,
ever.
we've seen Killua develop his electricity so much.
Yeah,
like he's done
like sonic speed and like.
He's got the lightning step. He can zap people. Obviously,
I love when everyone's just like, "Wow, you've been tortured a lot.
Yeah,
if you're able to control."
When he's getting the darts shot at him, at the darts. Remember the dart game in the Chimera Ant arc, where the guy's just shooting darts and Killua's getting hit by the darts.
I don't remember that one.
When he chases the octopus, you know, the little octopus guy.
Yeah,
that's the Chimera. Yeah, and the octopus. He saves the octopus and he falls in the water.
Yes.
Okay, and then he gets shot by the darts, right? And
not even hurting him.
He uses the electricity to basically stop the last one from hitting.
Yeah.
And he exploits like the things he does, the capabilities that this kid has with his Nen are almost on par with Hisoka in the way that he uses his bungee gum.
Bungee gum's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm really digging this character. Like this has to be. Well, he's my favorite protagonist. My favorite character by far is Hisoka, but I think that Killua is my favorite protagonist more than Kurapika, even though I love the Phantom Troop arc. Yeah. More than Leorio, even though I think Leorio will end up being everybody's fan favorite in the long run once the series continues, and way more than Gon. I think that Gon is still lacking a lot.
Yeah, but it's also Gon's story.
Yeah,
still, and
I know
it's the beginning of. We don't know how long.
But I don't think it is just his story. You know,
not.
I think it's everybody's story, and that's what I like. Is that I like it when there's a difficulty in identifying a main character.
Yeah, me too.
Like that, you know, because we've seen more of Killua's abilities, more of his family, exactly, more of his hardships. Like you don't get a lot from Gon. You don't even get a lot of backstory.
No, he just grew up on an island with his aunt, I think.
Yeah, well, whoever his guardian was, essentially.
I think it's his aunt.
Probably, yeah. Anyway.
Great aunt, something like that.
Yeah. Or like Jing's like ex girlfriend.
It's Jing's cousin.
Mitsu or something. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, so I feel like we get a lot more backstory, a lot more character development for Killua, which is why I feel like it's hard to identify a main character, even though it's made to be clearly Gon. Because Shonen does that, right? The freaky hair usually has the main character status, but maybe that's another Shonen trope thrown on its head. Is that Killua is actually the main character, and that like everybody's oblivious to it because of Gon's hair.
Maybe Kurapika is the main character.
Yeah, who knows? He
has his own like entire storyline.
Yeah, but he's not there for the entire time.
No,
as opposed to those two. Those two are there the whole time.
Yeah.
It's hard to deny that it's between those two. So yeah, no, a lot of things. You told me to watch a scene, the one where Leorio punches out Jing.
The best.
That was so. I was so not expecting that.
I was just like, what?
Because we hadn't seen his Nen either.
Yeah, exactly.
Since at all, actually, because he hadn't developed it the last time we saw him, which was in York New in Phantom Troop Arc.
He knew about it, but he didn't like really.
Yeah, he didn't have it down to a T or anything, but he used his was a. It's not transmitter.
It might be transmitter. It's not enhancer.
It's not enhancer. It's emitter. I think it's emitter.
Okay.
Where he, where basically like he can throw his Nen around anywhere, kind of thing. I think that's the class that it's called. It's not specialist, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, they all four of them have different classes technically. Which is Conjurer, Enhancer, Transmuter, and I think his is emitter. So yeah, that's the one that's missing if I'm not. Because then there's Manipulator, which he is not, and then there's Specialist. So yeah, it's emitter. Leorio is emitter. I can't believe I remembered all 6.
Like,
of all things, I can't believe I remembered all 6 Nen classes. That's crazy. Just because I remember them by character, right? Because I know Killua is a transmuter because he's like Hisoka. So yeah, anyway, less on that, more on. I want to talk about the Phantom Troop arc as well. I think that was.
I want to talk about rock, paper, scissors and how awesome it was to see scissors for the first time.
Yeah, when we finally get something other than rock.
We're just like, okay, rock's cool, and then scissors out of
nowhere. You're like, it's kind of like gear second, gear third.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love that moment where he cuts, I think it's like the centipede with like the boxing gloves or something.
I think it was another Chimera Ant. I think it might be the one with the boxing gloves. It's one of the 3 with the
Centaur guy with the
exactly, yeah, right in there. It's the first time we see it. And then do we ever see Paper?
He shoots a ball.
Is it a ball?
Yeah.
Is that considered paper?
Yes, paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that he uses against Knuckle.
Yeah.
I believe for the first time. Yeah.
And Knuckles is pathetic.
Yeah, exactly. He has no power behind it.
Dude, Knuckles is so good.
Knuckles' ability is sick.
Oh, yes.
He has one of the best.
Yeah.
Probably, I would say, after Kurapika's. Because of just how OP it is.
He just needs to hide.
Yeah, exactly. He just needs to run away, essentially, and stay within 100 meters. That's it.
Great power.
And he depletes the Nen sword. UP's, though, was too fucking massive for him to pull it out. To pull it off. I love that. Knuckle has one of the coolest Nen abilities by far. But Kurapika, that's the reason that I wanted to talk about the Phantom Troop arc.
Okay, let's...
This kid is... vengeful beyond belief.
Yeah. And
like,
you look at him
a little
like,
too much.
When you first introduce him, he's like, oh, he's a good boy. You look at him, he's like, oh, he's like the weenie character. He's like...
Yeah, that's it. He's not going to be too important.
He's just going to be there to, like, get, like, justice, and then you're like...
He's a supporting role, but no.
You're like, oh, boy, he's vengeful. He's
but it's mentioned in the first episode what he wants to do.
Yeah,
He wants to find the Phantom Troop and kill them.
But you look at him and you're like... He's not gonna do that much. He doesn't look that threatening or like
that's
anything.
it.
And then you see him in Phantom Troop, and you're like, "Holy crap!
Yeah.
What happened?"
Yeah, when we find out about Emperor Time, that for me was freaking huge. I was like, "Damn, he can use all of them." That is such a shocker.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Out of every character.
Yeah. You didn't expect it from him, and on top of that, the conditions that he set for his Nen.
Yeah. Which is cool that you learn about that.
Yeah, that's an option, but we don't see a lot of people using it.
Only Gon and him.
And Gon uses it when he transforms into the behemoth, essentially, because he like breaks a limiter or something.
Yeah, he's just
something like that is mentioned.
Powerful as.
Yeah,
Peter.
Exactly. That's like his condition. He needed to be stronger, and like I think it was the result was that he would be stronger, but some kind of condition. I think the condition was that he would die.
Yeah.
Essentially. And I think it was subconscious, and it wasn't a conscious decision, but it just happened to him. Whereas Kurapika kind of controls it, and he knows to only use it on. He knows to only use his chains on the Phantom Troop. Exactly. I love that he uses chains.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's so cool. It's so rare that you see that. Blades and guns and
chains.
You never see chains. It's awesome. The chain that he puts around Chrollo's heart. As well as this chick with the long nose. I really love the Phantom Troop.
Me too. I think they're great antagonists, and I think they're a great group of characters because you like them.
Yeah, they are.
That's the worst part, is that you're like, I don't want them to die.
That's it. And like, everybody spills blood, right? Yeah. Nobody hasn't spilled blood in this series. It kind of reminds me of Akame ga Kill, where like the main characters get what's coming to them essentially because they've all killed.
And then you start liking the antagonists in that series as well.
Essentially, more. As well. I
prefer the antagonists in Akame ga Kill than the protagonists.
Yeah, I believe so as well, especially Ubiquitous. She's fucking mental. Ubiquitous, Seiryu.
Oh,
Ubiquitous.
That's her name?
Mental chick, yeah.
She's amazing.
The one that kills the very first member of the crew. Anyway, back to Hunter.
The DK crew.
Yeah, back to Hunter. That's I love it when we're made to like antagonists.
Yeah, me too.
And we're given a lot of time with them, and because like you never want to see either side lose after that, and like somebody still has to lose.
Makes you feel for everyone.
Yeah,
because just being like, they're not one-dimensional. Like, I am evil.
That's it.
Time to win.
And you love Kurapika because he's outside of being vengeful, the most vengeful fuck on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
He is so nice and so caring to his friends.
Melody. Had a nice relationship with him. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and he's a super nice guy. Outside of that, and you don't want to see him lose.
No.
And then you know the Phantom Troop, and you know that they're all brethren, and that they
grew
come
up in like harsh conditions.
Exactly,
and, like,
in Meteor City.
And,
yeah, exactly. And then you want to feel for them as well, and then it's going to be hard. I like the way that it's been set up to be hard for the viewer to pick a side in their battle. That's going to be interesting.
It's not like Fairy Tail.
But I also like that Chrollo wasn't really given a backstory and isn't somebody that you're going to sympathize with because he's gone. At the same time, you know that the troop is trying to save him and get the Nen purged. So they have some kind of connection to him. Which
I still care about him.
Yeah, exactly. Which kind of makes you feel it's kind of like third degree. Mm-hmm. You don't really care about him because you weren't given enough information on him.
You care about the team.
Exactly, the team dynamics.
He's ace.
Yeah, so that's going to be exactly. So
spoiler for
One Piece.
The anime we love.
Yep. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that because we've been shown the Phantom Troop throughout every arc since they've been shown. Yeah. Except for the election arc, they weren't there. They didn't show up.
Not at all. Okay.
Not at all. But they were in Greed Island and they were in Chimera Ant. Surprisingly.
Which they wreck.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a really good job in Chimera Ant. But Greed Island was something that was really interesting for me, especially that Hisoka showed up and was the one that found the Purger. And that Killua figured it out and still hasn't mentioned it. That's interesting. Because Killua figured out the plan. You know, as they're walking away and he's like having a monologue in his head, and he figures out what's going on, and that he's looking for an Nen Purger. And like his power of deduction with that. This is why I feel like Killua is the main character. And the way that he deduces and comes to this conclusion logically blew my mind. I was like, holy crap. And that's correct. That's exactly what Hisoka's doing. But Killua still hasn't told anybody else, nor Kurapika. Actually, no, I think he did tell Kurapika. It didn't make it back to him. Yeah. And Kurapika was aware that Nen can be purged. He was already aware of that. But it wasn't done. It wasn't done yet because Kurapika would know.
But I don't think do they meet up after Greed Island?
No, but he calls him.
He calls him? Okay.
Yeah, they do call him. And they tell him, and he's like, well, it obviously hasn't been purged yet because I would know. Because the user of the seal on the Nen would know if it's been purged. You get like some kind of feedback or reaction. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with that.
They did find a purger.
They did. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The guy with the snake thing.
That thing was weird.
Yeah, it was freaky. But yeah, they did find one. So they're probably going to end up getting it to Chrollo.
Yeah.
And so Chrollo's going to end up coming back. One of the main bosses in the end.
Well, maybe not.
For sure.
Maybe he'll just be beaten by Hisoka and that's it.
No, I think Hisoka, Chrollo, and I think Illumi are main bosses. The problem is that Leorio doesn't have really a final boss.
I think he's just a supporting cast.
I want to say that, but at the same time, I want to see him have like a real opponent.
Me too.
Because he needs character development in a way where there's something standing in his way, rather than just exams to be a doctor.
Yeah.
He definitely needs more than that.
Well, it feels like we're early on in the series still.
That's the problem, though, is that the series keeps getting delayed, and that people are just thinking like by now it's probably never going to end, because the reason they made 2011 was because the one from 99 or whenever it was
it ended,
didn't continue.
I think it ended after like Phantom Troop. Like, went up to Phantom Troop.
I think it might have even been a little bit before that.
Maybe Great Island, actually. I'm not sure.
But yeah, anyway, and then now 2011 gave us a little bit more, but then it stopped for a long time, and now we're in 2018. Yeah, 2011 doesn't seem that long ago, but it is.
Okay, but the series also took like 2 to 3 years to make.
Well, okay, that's fair. Let's say it took 3 years, so it stopped airing in 2014.
So it's
2018.
It's 4 years.
It's 4 years.
Not too bad.
But by the time, because they had a chance to continue adapting the anime, and they still haven't.
Well, there's not much.
I'm assuming it's because there's not a lot of content. There's like 10 or 12 episodes worth with the manga. No. I saw how many chapters there were after the point where we stopped, and there's quite a bit of content.
Okay, there is.
They can make. I'm actually gonna say about 20 episodes from what I saw. But they haven't. But I'm assuming they're trying to close out an arc before they adapt it, which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Unlike, don't be One Piece.
One Piece doesn't end. One Piece
no,
never
I know.
takes a break.
No, I know, but they dragged out Dressrosa because the manga, the anime was caught up to the manga.
Yeah.
And you should never do that. Like, put in filler, worst case, but don't make the arc longer than it actually has to be. And
still, Dressrosa is long in the manga too. It's like 102 chapters.
Yeah, that's it. And inversely, don't start an arc and not finish it. So I think that's the correct call with what they're doing. Well, I want more Hunter x Hunter.
I want them just to finish the series and then do the anime.
Yeah, but that might take a while too.
It's fine.
I like to watch it gradually.
Berserk has been going on for 40 years or like 30 years.
Yeah, now it's crap. So
no, it's still amazing.
I mean, the animation shit.
The animation shit, but the manga's still good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the manga's amazing, but I'm talking about we're an anime channel. We're not a manga channel. Okay.
The anime doesn't exist. 2016 and 2017.
They're not real things.
They're not real.
No.
They're monstrosities. I sent you that GIF.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious.
It's so bad.
And I'm in class and I'm like giggling to myself.
Yeah, if anybody knows Berserk and hasn't watched 2016 or 2017 yet, don't.
Do. So laugh.
Yeah, if you want to have a good laugh, then watch those. But if you want to still have any kind of respect for the series, don't. But yeah, no. Overall, I think Hunter x Hunter was something refreshing to see with that genre.
Yeah, and just
with shonen in general.
It was just a fun thing to watch. It was really well animated. Madhouse does an incredible job.
Yeah, with everything they touch, honestly. I've never had a problem with them.
It just continuously got better and better as the series went on.
What is it that was made by Madhouse that we just watched? Was it a silent voice? It was Redline, yeah. Which, again, animation is incredible. So yeah, no, Hunter x Hunter. What did you score it?
10.
You scored it a 10? I think I scored it a 9. But probably just because it's not done yet.
Okay.
For me, a series has to have a conclusion to receive a 10.
I gave it 10 just because I knew I was going to miss them.
Yeah.
I was like, I need more.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, I had to judge it on its own merits.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was phenomenal.
That's fair. But that's, like I said, for me, a series has to be finished. Like, even Fairy Tail, while obviously a lot of people don't like Fairy Tail and think it's bad, I'm a big fan. It's my gateway anime, I guess you could say. Technically not, but it was my way back in.
Okay.
One Piece and Fairy Tail conjoined.
Bleach.
Bleach is horrible. We won't talk about that, but Fairy Tail, even though some people consider it bad, and I know its flaws, I'm aware of its flaws, and
it's good, wholesome fun.
Yeah, but I can critique its flaws too if need be. And I'm very well aware of them, and I know what my problems would typically be if Fairy Tail wasn't Fairy Tail. Like if it was, but like if I had watched the series at any other time than when I did, I would probably be extremely critical towards it.
Yeah.
But even though I love it so much, I still can't give it a 10 because it's not complete.
Yeah.
So until that day, and I probably still won't end up giving it a 10 because I'm still going to be fair, in the sense that like I said, just
talking about Fairy Tail or Hunter x Hunter?
No. But I'm drawing parallels here.
Okay.
I'm probably going to still end up giving it a 9 because I know what its flaws are. Like I said, with Hunter x Hunter, I think that it could shoot back up to a 10. I think that it could definitely shoot up to a 10 if it keeps doing what it's been doing. It keeps doing it well. If it doesn't pull a berserk, and go with 3D, horrible 3D.
Imagine.
Yeah.
20 years from now, 3D. Awful.
Oh my god.
I'd cry.
It'd be horrible. But at least like the animators, as long as it sticks with the same studio, like if Madhouse started doing 3D, I wouldn't be so appalled. We have Land of the Lustrous as well, which ended up being magnificent.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it
was like the Crystal Woman.
Yeah, it was in the Anime Awards. No, I didn't, but I definitely want to.
Yeah,
it looks fantastic, and I think that if that's the route that CGI and 3D wants to go in the future, then I think that's a very good call. As long as they're respecting things like basic freaking animation or filmmaking rules, like the rule of 180 degrees, like you have to follow that crap, man. So, yeah, that's my verdict on Hunter x Hunter. Is that it's currently a 9. I really feel like I could bump it up to a 10 eventually. But I'm really glad that I was recommended to watch it. Yeah. I'm glad that you started watching it before me.
Yeah, I was like, you need to watch this.
Yeah, because I was I'm very influenced by people that I know firsthand, like especially you. When you tell me to watch something, I watch it. I at least give it a chance.
Yeah. I always tell you what it's good at too.
Yeah.
Like I told you, Redline has beautiful animation.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say it had a good story.
Yeah, no, I watched Redline and I didn't hate it, but I can't give it more than a 7 because I'm not a huge fan of the actual story itself. But the animation was fantastic. That you were correct. So I can't argue with you on that. It's incredible. Yeah. So, but no, Hunter x Hunter has a lot of things going for it. I think everybody should check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it's something you need to watch.
Yeah, it's spelled Hunter x Hunter, by the way, guys. If you're searching for it, if you type Hunter x Hunter, I'm sure you can find it as well. That's the actual way that it's said. Apparently X's and pluses and stuff, and like these random.
It's not a class in Fate.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, so that's, I don't know, do you have more to say about it?
I think we've talked a good amount for Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, honestly, a 47-minute video, that's our usual. Our last video on Fate was relatively short in comparison.
Yeah,
so
I think that's alright.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with having this archived, and be able to look back on it once the series is complete.
And then we, like, the series was awful.
That's it, why did we ever think this way? But, yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. If you have any differing opinions on Hunter x Hunter, definitely let us know in the comment section down below. And like I said, a lot of people that I know and that will probably end up watching this video are already huge fans of the series. Yeah. So
it's gonna be a big hug box.
Yeah, exactly. But if you do have differing opinions, we do want to hear them. We want to hear any kind of criticism you have towards the series, things that we may have missed. That's kind of why we have these discussions as well, because Jake and I don't always have the same opinions on everything. So we like to...
most of the time we do.
Yeah, I think we need to find series where we have conflicting opinions and bring them up more as well, because I think we're going to have even more interesting discussions when it comes that time. But yeah, like I said, guys, leave your opinions in the description down below. Leave a like for us. Subscribe if you have not already, if this is your first time checking us out, or if you've watched... Yeah, exactly. Even if you've watched a few of our videos and you want to see more videos like this, then definitely hit that subscribe button for us, and we will be catching you guys very, very soon. Peace!